is of course final concerning the specific legal questions that were on trial.
Yes.
Is there any possible legal course of action that the Dutch and British authorities can partake now if they somehow wanted to continue with their claims?
As you say, this judgment is final on all of the issues which it discusses and considers and rules upon. But that doesn't rule out other possibilities. What I can't speak about at all is what politically or practically the British or Dutch governments would want to do, not least having lost this case. Because there's really nothing in this case to either help or encourage it.
One second.
Eru fleiri spurningar eða?
Eru komin viðbrögð, formleg viðbrögð frá breskum og hollenskum stjórnum? Það kom tilkynning frá hollenska fjármálaráðuneytinu strax þegar dómurinn var kveðinn upp að niðurstaðan væri mikil vonbrigði, en hafa formleg viðbrögð verið send til ráðuneytisins. Veistu það?
Ekki sterk búin til að svara, ég er svona að vera á utan skrifstofunni allan dag að byggja eftir dóminn.
Veit það eitthvað hérna við borðið?
Ég þurfti að Jóhannes Karl voru heima, er eitthvað í dómsökum ykkur óvart eða var það í samræmi við ykkar málfinning í Luxemburg?
Já, hann var fyrirfram veit kannski ekki hvað í svona dómi, þannig að það auðvitað segja það nákvæmlega hvað maður tilur muni verið í honum, en það auðvitað ljóst að efni dómsins mjög í samræmi við málflutning íslenska ríkisins, þannig að frá þeim sjónarhóli finnst mér það ekki óvart út af því sig. Kannski helst bara eitthvað dómurinn ákvæmstónus. Það er ekki alltaf þannig í flóknum málum, en það geta séð alveg kristaltært efnislega niðurstöðan. Það er algjörlega skýrt í þessum dómum, hvernig prinsipin eru sem að vera að veðsum og hvernig það er að lista dómum. Það er mjög skýrt.
Mr. Ward, is it fair to say that you hoped for the best and prepared for the worst?
Yes, it is fair to say. Obviously we're delighted with what was in this judgment, but after we had the hearing before the EFTA court, I had a very strong sense that they had listened carefully to the arguments of both sides and that they were genuinely open-minded. So we went away from Luxembourg, I think, feeling very happy with the hearing, but it was impossible to read which way the court was leaning. So of course we had to think about both possibilities.
Mr. Svensson just mentioned that it was an element of surprise in the fact that it was very clear, the ruling itself. It was very thorough.
Well, I'm not sure I'm surprised by that. I was pleasantly surprised by the fact that really almost all of Iceland's arguments were accepted. On one area of our argument which they basically didn't need to deal with, so they didn't do it. So it was a very satisfying win because it was so thorough.
So is your job done now, or?
I think so. Perhaps not if we'd lost.
Perhaps like that, well, I just say actually that since the results are this clear, like Johannes was mentioning, does that point to that the case was rather plain?
Easy.
Yeah, well, no, not easy, but you know, the arguments were rather plain.
Well, I wouldn't say so. I think it was a huge amount of effort actually from everyone in the team to develop the arguments to a point that did persuade the court. Actually, it was a lot of work, and that I think paid off enormously.
ESA has had 13 cases against Iceland before the EFTA court, and this is the first time that the state wins. Would you agree that this ruling is a major milestone in your career?
For me personally, very definitely. It's been a huge honour to fight this case, and I'm obviously delighted that the outcome is so positive.
Is it not weird being a British yourself and taking this case on?
I'm sorry.
Isn't that being a British citizen yourself and taking this case on?
Not at all. I'm an advocate, and that's my job.
Eru fleiri spurningar? Eða ekki komið? Nú verðum að við getum sagt.
Kannski bara einn í lokin, hvernig voru við viljum eftir ekki fara í dítilega en hvernig voru þið bara undirbúið okkur fyrir aðalniðurstöðu þetta tema?
Fyrir aðalniðurstöðu?
Hvað var plan B?
Það var búið að fyrir. Við færum fram að það við laga til með það starfa áfram við að greina dóminn og metta áhrifin á honum. Ég býst að við að það verði fljót unnara heldur en fyrir framfóra vona. Ef ekki eru fleiri spurningar, þá er þetta lókið þessu.